Good morning. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. The Tampa City Council is set to confirm Lee Burkhardt as the city's new police chief today. Burkhardt, who joined the force in 1997, has been serving as TPD's interim chief since December after being tapped by Tampa Mayor Jane Castor following the resignation of former Chief Mary O'Connor. Castor said she was confident in foregoing a national search as she watched Burkhardt perform the job over the last few months. The council is expected to vote unanimously for Burkhardt's new appointment. One of the longest-held inmates on Florida's death row is set to be executed tonight for two separate killings in 1984. Dwayne Owen is scheduled to receive a lethal injection at 6 p.m. at Florida State Prison in Stark. He drew death sentences for the rape and murder of two Palm Beach County women, the fatal stabbing of a 14-year-old babysitter, and a hammer attack on a mother of two. All four attacks occurred just before and after Owen's 23rd birthday. Now 62, Owen is one of 293 people on Florida's death row and one of the longest residing there. Owen's lawyers argue he should not be executed on grounds of insanity. The state Supreme Court rejected his latest appeal last week, and the U.S. Supreme Court rejected it yesterday. If the execution is carried out, it will be Florida's fourth this year. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis signed each of the death warrants in the months before announcing his run for president. Fertilizer giant Mosaic hosted and paid for a fundraising event at a prestigious golf getaway for the state lawmaker who sponsored the controversial radioactive roads bill recently approved by the Florida legislature. The Tampa Bay Times reports Mosaic picked up the nearly $25,000 tab for a fundraiser for Plant City Republican Representative Lawrence McClure, who sponsored a bill that would allow the FDOT to study the use of phosphogypsum, the radioactive waste from Mosaic's phosphate manufacturing process, in road construction. The bill was approved during the last legislative session, but has not yet been signed by Governor Ron DeSantis. Meanwhile, state environmental groups are urging him to veto the bill, arguing it could put the public health at risk. In addition to last month's $25,000, the Times reports Mosaic gave McClure's conservative Florida PAC a $5,000 check in August of 2020 and another $19,000 in food, drink, and lodging just last year. Chris Cristello, a senior organizing manager at the Sierra Club, says it's no surprise Mosaic is funding a state lawmaker, adding, Mosaic gets what Mosaic wants because they spend the dollars to make it so. WMNF's Chris Young reports UPS drivers are set to get air-conditioned trucks next year.
Tuesday's tentative agreement between the Teamsters Union and UPS would require air conditioning in most UPS delivery vans bought in 2024. And in Florida, that means a lot, especially for UPS driver Gage LaCharity.
You know, it gets hot in the front cab, but I'll tell you, it gets really hot in the back where all the packages are in the cargo area.
According to NBC News, some temperature readings taken by workers show temperatures above 150 degrees in the back area where drivers retrieve packages. LaCharity is also a member of the Teamsters.
See, I think that's a massive victory on the part of us drivers and Teamsters, and I really appreciate all the support.
The UPS website says delivery vehicles would get exhaust heat shields and forced air induction vents. For WMNF News, I'm Chris Young in Tampa.
A study from the United Community Needs Assessment finds that Polk County is the fastest growing county in Florida as of the 2020 census. As WFLA reports, the UCNA said it looked at the needs and assets that impact the lives of Polk County residents in 6 areas: employment, opportunities, housing, education, food security, transportation, and quality of life. Between 2010 and 2020, the population in Polk County grew by 20.4%, making it the seventh fastest growing in the nation. The population is expected to grow by more than 20% by the year 2030. The study also finds that the rising cost of living in the county has forced more than half of the households below the federal poverty level and ALICE thresholds. The study finds 30% of Polk County residents qualify as housing cost burdened, meaning they're paying more than 30% of their monthly income on rent or mortgage. Additional rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms are in the forecast for our area today. This is meteorologist Megan Borowski with the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network.
So storms rolled through the Panhandle and portions of North Florida last night and early this morning, and we're expecting another squall line to arrive from the northwest later today. Now, the models are still uncertain as to exact timing, but generally speaking, thunderstorms will impact Jacksonville, Gainesville, and Ocala first, likely during the evening, then the I-4 corridor tonight. Flooding rain rates, gusty winds, hail, and quick tornado spin-ups will all be possible from storms today.
Borowski urges us to stay weather aware throughout the day and to be prepared to seek appropriate shelter if a warning is issued for our immediate area. She says the potential for strong storms lingers throughout the day tomorrow. In weather, it's going to be partly sunny and hot today with a high of 92. Lows tonight won't get much below 80. There is a 30% chance we could get some rain. Same forecast on tap for Friday, but with a 40% chance for some showers.